we are up. Oh my gosh, this crazy pony. Happy Friday. It is a beautiful day today, is it not? It is wonderful. Oh, hey. How are you? I hope you're having a great day so far. Hi. Hi, waving back. This is so fun. It's my first time, well, no, now it's my third day of using IG Live. Oh, there go the rockets again. Hey, Nate. Third day of using IG Live. Still figuring it out, but so glad that I have such a supportive community. You guys are amazing. It is Friday. We made it, and it is a beautiful day here in Toronto. I hope you've all had a great week so far, all things considered. And today we're going to kickstart our weekend with an incredible little workout. I know there are a ton of online workouts right now, but this one is geared specifically for two muscle groups that are two of my favorites, my ass and my abs. Excuse my language. So I've got a great person that's joining us very shortly. Let me just tell you what you need. You should, if you can, grab a mat or just use a piece of your carpet or even a bath towel. Dish towels would be handy, two or just one. Or if you have slippery socks that you can use on a hardwood floor, that would be amazing. If you have a yoga block, you should go grab it. Or you can just use a big book, which is what I'm using. You can't see it, but I've got the Oxford Dictionary right there, and or a stack of books, as well as a booty band. Or I don't have a booty band, so I will not be using one, but home if you've just gotten back from somewhere. Stay home and stay safe and plank that curve. Anyway, let me introduce you to my good friend. She is a new mom. She is a former professional dancer, and she's a certified barre and Pilates instructor. Her name is Paulina, and she's one of my favorite people in the world because she's so awesome. We're just waiting for her to join. She's going to take us through this amazing workout, and I cannot wait for her to be able to share. Hey, girl!
Hi.
How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us today. I wanted to ask you quickly, how are you doing during this time right now?
Well, thanks for asking. I am surviving. I'm actually, I'm not going to lie, it's very stressful and the anxiety is real as
Yeah.
us are going through the same thing. What I love, though, is how the community on Instagram and just across all socials has been so wonderful. Everybody's super supportive.
I know, look at all the people joining us today, and I'm sure, like, I don't know if all of them work out, but it's so nice to see their support, waving to both of us.
So I would say too, just to add on to that just quickly, is that, I just recently came back from mat leave in January, and I had this moment of like, okay, I'm like so excited for this. I'm craving having adult interaction.
Yeah.
I wasn't fully back like full time. I had some days with my little one because I wasn't ready to let go of that. And then it was just like full force and like, boom, I'll do this. Meanwhile, still saying no to things because I obviously only have limited amount of time to be able to work. But I started to be like, oh, like I'm running out of energy. Like I'm really missing that time of like mat leave. And then it's back to basically what it was prior to January, which is nice. But being a mom, it's fun, but it's exhausting. But I'm like so happy to have health and to be able to be surrounded by people, and like everyone's
home, you should go directly home and not go visit your grandparents or anyone else. Just go straight from the airport or the bus terminal or wherever and go straight home. Be safe out there. I wanted to ask you too, did you have something else to add before I asked you another question? I wanted to ask you, so as a fitness professional and as someone who makes a living kind of like moving your body, how important has that been for you, especially during the time of COVID, and also for the rest of us you know, how important is movement, not necessarily fitness right now?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So, and I love that because movement, just kind of canceling out the whole aesthetics of it, movement in general is so good for our mental health. And at this point, especially, just to get up and move, just to do a couple of breathing patterns, just to even like stretch in the doorway of a door in your home. Because what are a lot of us doing right now? We're probably sitting at a desk if we're still working from home. If we're coming up with creative things, like we hold a lot of this, we're still sort of in this hunch position, right? So anything to open us up and to honestly, like, just breathe.
Yeah.
And just
So,
get moving.
yeah, breathing is key. And speaking of getting moving,
You want to get
everyone's here for the
that?
double A, girl, and you are the best girl for this job. Guys, first of all, and not to draw attention to your bootay, it is pretty sweet. Paulina's got a nice tush, and her abs are pretty rock solid too. So, she's going to take us through some exercises that'll really help kind of fire up those muscle groups.
Fire up the A's.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my first kind of like movement video. And if I have to keep getting up and try to engage with you guys, I apologize in advance if I'm not getting to your comments. But if you have any questions, please put them in the comments and we'll try to answer as many as we can. If not now, then maybe even after. This video will be up for 24 hours. So what do we need? Look at your pipes. Look at your arms.
Listen, guys, she said if she doesn't draw attention to my butt, I think these leggings.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep you guys on timer just so you get a good sense and that everything's balanced. We're gonna start off by doing some breath work and just like simple arm movement before we get into the first exercise, which is gonna be our squats. Nearby, what you want to have, if you have a circle band or a booty band, please have it. If not, you can definitely feel this without. So you're gonna start back on your mat. Now you can either start kneeling, you can start sitting, you can do standing. I'm gonna do kneeling just so you can see me. Okay. If you don't want to be on your knees, guys, have a seat. So with your arms just down by your side, be in the moment, be present. Don't have to like tweak things to make it perfect. Just start to breathe. So deep inhale through the nose and then let it all go out. Yeah, and I just like to do this audible sigh. I take a deep breath in, maybe 4 counts in. And then as I exhale, nice, let's add the arms, inhale, lift. Maybe even shrugging the shoulders up to the ears, and then let it all go.
Oh, that's so relaxing.
Yeah, man. Inhale, we look up. This is all about relaxation. As much as the heat will build, it's going to be a nice sort of release. Yeah, we're going to have fun with it. Let's do one more. Big inhale, and then let it go. Take your right hand onto your hip. I'm going to mirror you. So this is my right hand. Okay. My left hand is going to come up and over, side stretch. And then switch, other side. Woo! So now we're just opening up the side of our body. This is also a really nice one to do if you're sitting on your chair all day. Just take a little moment, you know, between emails. Between all those boss emails, you know?
Oh, yeah, that feels nice.
And then roll the shoulders up and down. Let's do one collective breath in. And then, all right. So I'm going to do it with a booty band. If you don't have one, you don't have to have it on. But because here, I'll show you. You're going to step your feet inside. TK, are you doing band or no?
I don't have a band, so no.
The TK is going to do it without it, and you guys can follow along there. Okay, so
can you guys see? Everyone's good out there? You're all good? Okay.
So we're going to do a squat. So you want to walk your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Your toes are going to ever so slightly turn in. Toes are going to ever so slightly turn out, and your heels are turning slightly inwardly. Okay, so you're going to start to let your fold happen in the hips. Butt goes back behind your heels, and you stand on up. Your knees are tracking towards toes. Weight is into the heels, so heels really heavy. Nice. And then your body, your upper body, your back should be parallel to shins at the bottom. Yeah, so you're going to go down and up. Now, guys, if you have a booty band, you're pressing out into it slightly. And then if you don't have the booty band, I want you to imagine as if you do. Good. All right, so the next one, let's hold it down. So we're going to take a step towards the right and then a little lift up with the leg. So we step and lift. Yeah.
Woo!
Do the conga song.
We gotta make it fun, right?
Yeah. Down and in. Step and lift. So I'm giving you 30 seconds of each here. Keep going, guys. And up. So if you see, I'm staying low. My butt's really far back. Good. All right, let's do one more. If you have your booty band, slip it off. All right.
Oh my gosh, my thigh, I can already feel it in my thighs. In my butt.
Last spot. Okay, alternate, down and up. Now I like to add some arms into it. So my arms are gonna sweep over, tap.
Woo!
Down, up and over. So you should be feeling side of your butt. Should be feeling obliques. And then maybe even the arms reach away from the lifted leg a little bit more for core. Yeah, because your core is really trying to hold back from going over.
Oh, my butt.
Yeah, you should feel booty. All right, guys, let's do one more. And then my favorite, jump squats. So you hop and land. Now modify, you don't have to jump, you can just stretch the knees. Or option, tap your feet together, tap, land.
Woo!
Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Right.
Oh,
So just
oh my gosh.
how are you feeling?
I'm good.
Okay, cool.
You know, and it's good to have fun too, right? While we're trying to get fit.
And listen, that was just 2 minutes in total, and we're all really feeling it. Okay, so carrying it on.
Yeah.
We go for lunges, and this is where you want something slippery. If you don't have something slippery, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. But I think we all have something.
Yeah.
Now I have a blanket that I'm gonna fold over a few times.
Is that your baby? Is that baby's blanket? Aw, Evie. I have a dish towel here. So if you guys have a dish towel.
Yeah. So I'm gonna fold my mat over just so that it's not in my way. And then I'm gonna have my right foot on my foot. Okay, can you guys see me? My feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So keep feet are hip distance apart and parallel. And I'm gonna bend my knees into a squat and then push my blanket out beside me. Yeah, so that leg is gonna be straight, and then my standing leg is the one that's bending, side view, butt back. Booty!
Yeah!
As you stand, you glide in, and then you bend and bow forward, glide out. Good, so I'm gonna add a little bit. So 30 seconds here. Hold at the bottom, a little lift off your front.
Oh, God. Guys, I told you I wasn't lying. This is how you get a butt like that.
Lift and lower. Now the lift, don't stress over how high it goes. But when that leg lifts, you should feel a little bit more work on the standing seat, possibly even that lifted side. Hop it in. Nice. How are we all feeling? We should be feeling the side of the hip still working. Woo. Woo. Do one more. So we're going to focus our attention still on the standing leg. Turn to face the foot. So now we're square. Yeah?
So the towel foot is in the back?
Yeah, it's still involved. Yeah, on the back toe.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to go into a lunge straight back. And then you come up. And then that leg crosses over behind you into a curtsy. So the foot is in line with the shoulder. Yeah, so I'm just going to you guys so you see hips are square. So this is your combo, full range, all the way down and all the way up. Okay, so 30 seconds.
Now, how low should you go in your curtsy?
Now you want the knee to just hover.
Okay.
But if you only can go down 2 inches, you're still going to get the work. So you kind of judge how low you want to go. We just want to not over crossing the leg behind us. All right, guys, let's do one more curtsy, and then that combo is going to pull. So we stay low, and we go from a lunge, cross behind to a curtsy.
Ooh.
You want to make sure that that front knee stays over the foot and that it's not wobbling side to side. You're feeling the heat in the butt. Woo, yeah. Guys.
Oh my God. Can you hear me huffing and puffing?
Now we're not jumping around, but you should feel your heart rate elevating right now. Because I do. Woo. All right, one, and come all the way up. Woo. Oh. So hold on to something sturdy. That standing leg, let's do a figure four stretch because it probably feels good to do that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then the other side, yeah? So other side, let's do it. Shake it out. All right. We go into our spot.
Hey, Paulina.
Yeah?
Can you tell us a little bit about tracking and the knee and the proper, just to what to look out for? Hey, Deb.
All right, so tracking as per requested. We're gonna go down into our single leg, the lateral lunge, knee tracking forward, up we go. And then, so I'm hinging from the hips, I'm bowing my chest forward. I'm sending my booty back. Because again, I'm focusing essentially on the same notes that we did for squat, but now we have one leg, yeah? So I'm folding at the hip, my weight is still in the heel, my back is parallel to my shin of that working side. We're gonna add a little lift and lower, yeah? We forgot that. We're just gonna sprinkle it in right here. Woo. The leg starts to feel like it's like 1,000 pounds. And when the foot lifts off, just make sure that the knee, the skin, doesn't knock in, stays silent. All right, let's do one more. Down, a little pickup. Woo! Let's go into our lunge. Bend and stand. And then that foot crosses back in line with the opposite shoulder, the foot. As you're lunging back, your hips are square. Your feet are in line with the hips. And then I'm keeping my shoulders and hips facing you as I do my curtsy. Pushing down into the front heel, obviously, to come up, but remember that there's a little push into your glider, your prop. Now last one, hold, and then we got our combo pulse. Yeah, so really watch that knee, that it doesn't start to do this. I want to keep that knee nice and solid. Woo, slow. Woo! This is,
oh my gosh, I'm dying.
Let's go, guys. 4, 3, my blanket is separating, but it's still gliding. One more. And nice job. Cross up and give it a stretch. All right.
Yeah.
Stretching. As you're stretching, I'm checking in if you guys are good. All right, shake it out, shake it out.
How's everyone doing?
To feel a little bit like those legs are feeling the lactic acid buildup. Yeah, they're getting tired. Now we go into sumo squat upright position. So in dancers' terms, it's a plie. Legs go wide, your props are out of the way. Now I'm turning my heels in and my toes out slightly at a 45 degree. I'll turn sideways. I'm sinking my hips down towards knee level, and I'm keeping my chest right over top of my pelvis. So full range of motion, meaning all the way up, all the way down without losing that. 30 seconds here. Now I'm gonna add some arms to get into a little bit of core. Elbow to thigh, alternate, down and up. So here's my lateral flexion. I'm moving my spine in all its ways here. You know, the more we move everything as one machine, the better we will feel, the more challenging it might feel for you. Nice. So as I'm reaching the top arm up, my elbow is really resisting down, not dropping. I'm taking my time. I'm coming all the way up with my legs and up. Ooh, yeah. All right, so that's full range of motion. Now, keep your hands above your head. Bend your knees all the way, and you're going to come halfway up. Lower down.
Oh, gosh.
So this is where the heat really builds. Bring your hands into the heart center. As you lift, rotate to one corner of the room, center, and then the other. So now I'm turning my thighs are on fire. I'm pushing down with my feet. I'm trying to think of them sliding inwardly to get my inner thighs. Nice. And then one more. I'm going to pulse. Pulse.
Oh, God.
My arms are going to reach forward as I round the spine and then up over as I extend it. Exhale, round, 2, and up. Exhale, blow the belly up and in, and lift. How are those thighs?
Woo! Yeah, girl.
All right, you got one more of these. Exhale, round. All right, and then bring your hands into heart center, pause. We're gonna swivel on the heels of our feet, come up with your hips, turn your feet parallel, and forward into a squat. Back flat. Upright with the body, swivel on the heels, plie. Yeah, so you're just gonna alternate. Forward bow, and then up. And then the arms are gonna cross in front of your body, open up. Big circle down. And you can even let the hair go here. Down. Or just let the body really release. Yeah, here's the breath work that comes in. Have fun with it. Ooh, yeah. That's it. Let's go for 4. Those legs feel good. 3, butt back every time you take your body forward. And then final one, release forward, uphold, bring the hands to hips, and slowly lift yourself up. Turn your feet parallel, step it in, and shake it out.
Woo!
Woo, nice.
Hey, quick question. Can you tell us a little bit about the importance of breathing while you're with each movement and when you inhale and when exhaling is good?
Yeah, so I mean, every teacher will have a different sound when it's inhale and an exhale depending on the movement, but every exertion of a movement, you want to exhale, the hard work, breathe it out, inhale to bring it back in. But what's important is that you don't really stress over which way do I exhale, when do I inhale? As long as you're breathing organically in your body, great. Okay. Remind yourself, and instructors reminding you just to breathe, to find it for you. And what is nice about breathing is that it calms your mind. And I really want you, during those times of reminders of breathing, is to tune into inside what's going on in your body. Yes, what are my bones doing? What are my muscles doing? As opposed to what's happening tomorrow, what's happening in the world. Like, trying to eliminate that as much as we can. Of course.
Yeah.
But
it's like breathing is like meditative, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're not working out or moving your body, if you're sitting at your desk, it's good to just take maybe enough time away from whatever it is you're doing at your desk to breathe in and breathe out, right?
Yeah. And like now that we're speaking to each other and having a little before we move on, how good does it feel to just have a few moments of like laughter, sweat, heavy breathing, a little bit of that heat? Like we feel so much better at this point.
So much better. And a little bit better from taking a break from your burn. From the burning of the exercises.
Moving forwards.
Okay. Next. How are you all doing out there? Are you okay? Hang on one second. I'm at work, so I can only watch, but I could use this to stretch out my hips. Yes, Deb. It'd be good for hip stretching, right? These exercises, or?
Yeah, and especially when we get into the bridges.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a favorite if you sit a lot. So we'll get there.
Okay.
Okay, so next up is going to be planking. So if you have a mat that you've rolled up, go ahead and lay it flat. If you don't have a mat, guys, it's okay. Use a towel. You can use a rug, anything that it will be soft and comfortable for you. Hey, nice red mat.
Hey, thanks, girl.
All right. So I'm unfolding my mat, and I'm going to find my plank position. So hands under shoulders, legs hip width apart. Each of the exercises coming up will be 30 seconds each, okay?
Okay. Oh,
okay, so hands under shoulders.
Wait. Quick question. My wrists are a little bit on the weaker side. So is there a modification that I can do so that I'm not like this?
If you want to do fists or forearms. Okay. At any point, if you need to take a breath break, guys, you can. It is really only 30 seconds in length, so it won't be too long, but like please listen to your body. You got fists as an option, forearms as an option, or take a child's pose and then just come back into it when you're ready to be with us, okay? All right. So spreading the fingers nice and wide, my hands are directly underneath my shoulders, and I'm going to step my legs back so I have that high plank position. I'm pulling my belly up and in. I'm going to go ahead and start with my right foot stepping by my right hand. I'm going to open up my right arm to ceiling. I'm going to bring that hand back where it came from, right foot steps back. And then alternate, left,
Oh, that
right.
feels good.
Yeah, this is a really nice one too to open up the front of the hip. Get a little bit of rotation here as well, and then a little bit of that plank work. Step and up. And your brain kind of gets to be challenged here too, because there's a little bit of coordination. Up, down, and in. Okay, let's do one more. Next up is our plank walks up and down, sort of in a military push-up. So you're gonna go forearm, forearm, hand, hand. And then reverse the direction.
Oh my God.
If you're off your knees, maybe widen the stance of your legs behind you to keep the waddle of your hips out. Your elbow replaces hand, hand replaces elbow. Guys, let's do one more each side. And this is where I want you to remind yourself to breathe. Okay, last one. Bring your knees down, child's pose, relax. Okay.
And the goal there is to also try not to move your hips as much, right?
Yeah, so you know how penguins waddle?
Yeah.
You want to keep your hips nice and stable as you do that. It's a lot of core work, those abs. Okay, next up is a variation. Now for this one, a modification could be on down onto forearms. I'm going to show it up on my hand. It's a little kind of nifty, little bit of flexion and extension through the spine in sort of a side plank position. If that's confusing, you guys can hold a side plank. Okay, we're going to get to a side plank eventually.
Okay.
So my hand is underneath my shoulder, and I'm going to press my knees together, bend the knees towards me. My heels in line with my glutes. Just going to push my hips on up. From there, I'm extending my top leg, and I'm going to bend that foot in front of my bottom thigh. My bottom leg goes ahead and extends, and I'm needing to support myself here with my bottom hand or forearm and my front foot. Because top hand goes. All right, you're gonna pull that hand towards bottom knee, round in like a ball.
I have to come closer and take a look at what you're doing.
So I'm hugging
Ooh.
and I'm extending it out. And
Okay.
Onto the floor. Pull in. So I'm feeling all the love in the obliques. Exhale, pull, nose to knee. Inhale, out. Woohoo! Hug it in and extend out. My front knee is staying as still as possible, and my hips are not going up and down. I'm driving into my foot of the floor and my bottom arm, and I'm feeling the work in the shoulders, the abdominals, and even my butt. Let's do one more. All right, bend down. Guys, come all the way down into a side.
Oh God, girl.
So now I hold the spine long. My hips are square, my shoulders are square, and I'm pulsing up and down for my final 30 seconds. Woo, hips going up and down a touch. Now, as much as there's a lift, don't worry about going high. Think about getting longer. Head away from feet. Top hand can be on hip or extended up long, whatever you choose. Woo, for 3 and 2. Last one. Bring it on down.
Woo!
So do we feel that whole entire side body working? Obliques, shoulders,
Oh my gosh.
inner thigh, booty. All right, so same thing on the other side. Just swing the legs around. Just going to take it into from that fancy side plank into pulses. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Is everyone alive out there?
Yeah. Happy to be alive. Extend that bottom leg, top arm, push into the front foot and bottom arm, pull into a ball, extend long. Exhale your breath. Inhale. And then the more you think of pulling the bottom leg up towards your nose, the more you might feel. And out. Keep going, everybody. Exhaling in, inhaling out. Final 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Down. Find your side plank. Prop yourself up with your legs long. If you need to bend the bottom knees or both knees, go for it. And then we're gonna pulse up and down. Really focusing on that top hip just to roll a little bit more forward. Tendency is to roll back. We might not even feel that that's happening. We're really focusing on hips, your pelvis being square, and that the shoulder is well over top of that bottom elbow. And we're feeling long through spine. Down to go up. Woo, final 10 seconds. Feel that bottom waistline working, the shoulder. I'm sweating. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job.
Oh my goodness gracious.
How you guys feeling? Another really important thing, guys, is to make sure that you're hydrated. No, just kidding.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh my God. So let me take a quick beat for a second.
Not done just yet. We have a few little more things. How is everyone?
Everyone's good. I think they're alive. That's good.
Okay, so
amazing.
Guys, just make sure, I was joking with the champagne, but water, hydration is really important. Not just right now in this moment with us working out, just as a whole, generally throughout the day. Keep hydrating, keep hydrating, keep hydrating. It's super important to keep that out of our system.
Yeah, it helps with anxiety too. My first guest on Wednesday, Julian Brass, he wrote a book called Own Your Anxiety, and he was saying like eating well, sleeping well, staying hydrated. Those are, they sound obvious and very common sense.
Yeah.
But that'll really help us kind of quell our anxiety a little bit.
Like fuel yourself with good water and move.
Okay.
Okay, so my favorite exercises now is the bridge.
Oh yeah, this is great, Deb. This will be good for your hips.
Yeah, Deb, let's do this one together. Okay, so if you have a circle band, you can bring it in. So the booty band, if you have it. Now, if you have your yoga block or your book. Now, if you don't even have those two, I'm gonna be fancy and I'm gonna use a kitchen tool.
Yeah. Nice.
It doesn't have any food in it yet, but I will wash it after use. Okay. So we're going to start by having our props out of the way. Unless you have your booty band, I'll put it on so that you can see it. I think I'm going to move my phone down a touch so you guys can see a little bit better.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That feels good? Oh, yeah. Good. Okay. So.
Okay.
What's that?
Oh, I just said okay. So this is where we get to like chill out. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, so I'm gonna turn a kind of bizarre way, but just so that you guys can see my alignment. So my feet are gonna walk a little closer towards me. And what you'll do is you'll walk your feet as wide as your mat or just outside of your hips. Okay. Turn your toes, my hands are your feet. You're gonna turn your toes out slightly at a 45-degree angle. And your heels are turned in, but you're not turning out from your feet. The external rotation happens from your hips. So you really wanna think of that openness coming from the hips. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Arms down by your side. You're pressing the thighs out as you lift your hips up into bridge. Ribs stay heavy. And you're pushing your thigh bones out as you lower and lift the hips. Down and up. Down and up. Now, as you lower your hips, don't let them touch the floor. Let them hover a tiny bit off the mat. Down and up. Lift and lower.
Woo!
Lower. Now, doesn't matter whether you have the band or not. You really want to focus on that external rotation from the hips. And as your knees are driving out, I'm lifting my hips up, but I'm also thinking of thigh bones long. So I'm reaching energy out through my knees. As I'm lifting up and down with my hips, I'm feeling heavy, heavy push down into the heels. And if you have your arms down by side, you're thinking of also anchoring into the arms and lift and lower. Okay, last one, hold. Now my knees are gonna go in towards one another. They don't have to touch, and then I'm pushing the thighs out. So I'm just gonna go in, and I'm maintaining my pelvis at the same level. I'm actually even thinking of
pulling the hips up a touch more. Now, guys, stay away from thinking of like squeezing your butt. These exercises should naturally turn those muscles on without you having to clench and squeeze, because that doesn't really do much good. So just let muscles turn on their own. You're focusing on keeping bottom ribs cinched together. Okay, let's do 2 more. Knees in and out. 1 more. Now hold your knees open, lift your heels off the floor, and pulse. Now you can keep the arms down, you can bend the elbows as you anchor into the backs of arms, or you can pick those arms straight up towards the ceiling. Pulses are staying high, heels are staying high, you're heavy on the big toe ball joint. Let's go for 10 and 9. You're breathing, relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lower the heels, lower the arms, and roll on down. Good. Give those knees up. Nice.
Oh my God.
If you had your band, go ahead and get rid of it. You can keep it on if you'd like. I'm going to take it out. And this is where we start getting spicy, cooking. Okay, so whether you have your yoga block, whether you have your book, you can even use a pillow. I'm going to use my fancy little pot here. I lie down and my right foot will be on the pot.
Okay.
My left foot is directly beside it. My feet are parallel, hip width apart, and my hands are down by side. You're going to lift your hips up into a bridge, and then we lower down. So we lift and we lower. So now with that 1 foot elevated, you might start to feel a little bit more hamstring on that side.
Yeah.
A little bit more glute. Now, important thing is to make sure that the pelvis is nice and level, especially when one leg starts to lift. Now we hold the hips up at the top, anchor into the right foot, so the propped foot, and you're gonna pick up the opposite leg up to tabletop and then tap the toe down. Lift it up, tap down. So the movement is happening from the hip joint, the knee doesn't stretch or bend. I'm focusing a lot of push into my pot, and I'm keeping my pelvis nice and high with the hips level. Let's do 2 more, guys. Oh yeah. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. 1 more, hold the leg up and pulse the hips. Woo! Now we're feeling spicy. Woo. If you have your foot pointed on the opposite side, maybe go ahead and flex the foot. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, lower the lifted leg, and then roll down through spine. Give your knees a
Oh, yes, girl.
Now, lucky thing for us is that we get to do this one again.
Yeah. Oh my God. We have to be even.
I like to have fun when I work out. I don't know about you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we have opposite foot down, anchoring down into the backs of the feet and the arms, and you're lifting the hips up and lowering. So this is a really great exercise, like I said earlier. If you sit a lot, what's happening here is that we're doing the opposite. Yeah, we're actually activating our hips and stretching out the fronts of our hip creases. When we sit a lot, the back of our hips get long and the front of our hips get short. So this is doing the reverse. We're lengthening, we're giving the thighs a bit of a stretch, the hips a bit of stretch, and work for the seat. Those A's. All right, 2 more. And on this final one, keep the hips lifted. Press into the opposite foot into the prop as you lift your free foot off the floor, tapping the toe down and up. Nice. Tendency is to get tired and start to lean to their pelvis towards the foot that's coming off the ground. So you want to really think about that hip, maybe lifting a little higher than the opposite. That might actually bring you to level pelvis. Let's do 2 more. And then last one, hold that leg tabletop. Maybe go ahead and pulse with a flex lifted foot this time. Woo, yeah.
Hot here.
5, 4, feel the heat in the back of the leg in the C2. And 1, lower the foot and roll yourselves on down. Give you a hug. Nice.
Oh my God.
Now, yeah, that was really awesome for like how Barb
Was it Barb that asked for that hip opening?
Deb.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that one's for you, girl.
Oh my God, my butt.
Okay, so just to kind of finish us off final little bit here, we're going to continue lying on our mat. Now, you don't need any props. The only prop that I would suggest that you would use is that a little bit like of a softness underneath one of the hips, because we're going to do some side lying work with the legs straight. And because the legs are straight, sometimes the tendency is to feel the femur bone, the head of the femur bone, dig into the mat. So if you want to use something soft, I'm going to go ahead and use my blanket underneath my hip, but you can use a towel. You can fold your mat up, whatever feels good for you. And I'm going to put you back down.
Ooh, I hope everyone's doing good out there. Surviving. Can I see y'all twerk and yoga is push-ups? Not so good with the twerking on my end. Not today. Maybe that'll be a different lesson some other time.
That's the midnight segment.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Hang in there.
Yeah, we're almost done. So this is the last little bit. We're going to do a little bit more core sideline work, seat and inner thigh. I love everything side body work. That's a really good way of bringing ourselves upright and keeping our position and our posture really nice and upright. So side work, anything laterally, is my friend, and it will be yours too. So I'm gonna lie down on my right side. My bottom arm is extended. Sorry if I'm cutting myself off here, but just listen to my words. I have that little softness underneath my bottom hip. My legs are stacked. Now I'm keeping my bottom rib off the mat just to stay neutrally aligned in my spine. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep my top hip over bottom hip, shoulders square. Lift the legs up off the floor. And then keeping them together, they lower down to a hover, and then they pick up back up. All right, so I'm gonna time this here for 30 seconds. Now, you can use the top arm as sort of an anchor in front of you to keep you balanced. Now, if you wanna get a little bit more challenge here for your core and your balance, you can take the top hand either on your hip or float it up towards the ceiling above you, yeah? I'm gonna keep my hand on my hip because it's a really good reminder to keep from rocking that hip up towards me. I'm pulling my ribs up and away from the front edge of my mat. Yay. Okay, now last one, hold the legs, and you're gonna go ahead and flex your feet and point your feet. So my hands are your feet, you're gonna point your toes and flex your toes. Yeah, you're moving from the ankles, get some ankle mobility here as we're keeping those legs up. I'm still focusing on keeping my bottom waistline off mat, and I'm watching our timer so that we are staying on track here. Good, let's do 4 and 3, 2, last one. Hold your feet, whichever position you'd like, and you're pulsing the legs up, up. Think of the top leg resting on your bottom leg and the bottom leg doing the lifting. Hello, inner thigh. Hello, obliques. You should feel your butt as well. All right, team, 15 more seconds left here. Up and up. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, take the arm, the top arm up. You're gonna start to roll back on the meaty side of your butt and pike the legs up to the hand. Control the coming down and meet ye back to start position. You're gonna roll back onto the meaty side of your butt. Reach for the toes. If you need to soften the knees, please do. And then extend. Hello, hello, control. You got those obliques again. Feel for the whole body working. The most important part is the coming down. Yeah, take your time. And inhale to slowly lower. Great, roll onto your bellies, everybody. Okay, so legs are as wide as your mat. You're gonna turn your heels and toes out slightly. Okay. You're gonna bend your arms forward with the palms facing down. Pull the navel away from the mat. Extend the legs up long. You're gonna hover the face away from the floor. Lift your arms up. Bend the elbows. Extend, and everything lowers. So we're gonna inhale, exhale to bend, inhale to lengthen, exhale to lower. So you're getting a lot of work here for the posterior chain, back side of your body. Again, fighting that hunch position. And as I pull my elbows down, I'm thinking of my lats under my armpit muscles. Good. You can add a little hover of the legs if you wish, but remember, this is not how high can we go. This is about how long can we get, and really feeling glutes, hamstrings, body, upper body, backs of the arms. And then one more. Bring your hands down, press yourself back, child's pose. Woo! Other side, quick transition.
Oh, I forgot about the other side. Oh my God.
All right, TK, you're killing it over there.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
Everything's so red. It's like you planned that mat to match the couch.
No. It's what Amazon had left. Thank you.
Yes, for Amazon prop buying. It's awesome. You make whatever you need work, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so bottom waistline is lifted. We go ahead and stack the legs, hips, shoulders are square to the front, and you're gonna pick up both legs and lower them down. Try to really feel the inner seams of your legs squeezing together.
Are your feet parallel or turned out?
They're slightly externally rotated, just so that I can feel a little bit more active through my butt and my inner thighs. But if you have them parallel, that's great as well. Just keeping those legs together, working them as one unit. Yeah, you can go ahead and lift that top arm up. This is my more wobbly side. So
Me too.
I feel like fish out of water right now. Okay, last one. Hold the legs. And we go ahead and flex and point your feet. Yeah, so you're going to point both feet, flex both feet. Point and flex. Yeah, bottom waistline is still lifted. I'm trying to take all the tension out of my neck. I'm really feeling my rib cage in the front drawing in. I feel the side of my body, the top side of my waist working, inner thigh of the bottom leg and the top hip. Now hold your feet however you choose and you're pulsing up. Maybe you're holding your feet the opposite way from the first side just to kind of make a little bit of a balance. Good. All right, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Here comes our little teaser variation. So top arm lift.
Oh my God. This side is so bad.
Guys, we don't even need music for this. We have TK's soundtrack.
I'm so loud when I work out.
That's true. But hey, it's good. It's maybe this is your form and way of breathing and letting it release, right? It's better to just let it all go, whether it's a moan or a scream or an exhale. Guys, let's do one more. Control the coming down. And then we lie all the way onto our belly.
Oh yeah.
Good. So I like to slip that blanket from underneath me. Now, a little different on this side. I'm going to take my arms long, as wide as my mat, my legs as wide as my mat, and everything will lift up and down. So it's like a Superman, up and down. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to lower. You can try and exhale as you lift. Play around with the breathing pattern. Find what feels good for you. Guys, this is your last one. Hold it up. Start to flutter kick the legs and arms in opposition. So as the right arm lifts, the leg lift, left leg lift. Say that 5 times. Woo! Left leg lifts. Good. Go for a little swim. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a child's pose. Gonna go into a little stretch here just to relax and release. Nice job, guys. So just as important as the workout itself is the release afterwards.
I'm just gonna bring this down.
Walk your hands to one side of the mat corner. Hips will go to the opposite end. Just take it. Whoop. Had so much fun, and it truly, let's switch sides. It truly feels like Tanya and I have had a date today, like face to face, but we are staying, we're really truly practicing social distancing, doing the right thing for everybody and for ourselves and for everything to hopefully pass a lot sooner than we would like it to. But yeah, like, hello, we're hanging out.
Hi. Oh my gosh, that was so amazing. Thank you so much, Paulina.
Yeah, guys.
Did everyone have a good time? Let's see. I know it's weird, all this maneuvering. Get it, girls. Hey, thanks, Andrew. Roop, what's up? I want to see you working out with us next time, Rupert.
Yes, Nate.
Paulina.
Done.
Yeah, look at those pipes, guys.
So
Trust me.
after that, then you can have a little treat with your buddy.
Okay, so be sure to follow Paulina at Fikowski. If you're not already doing that, she's got a lot of great tips, especially for any moms out there who may be, trying to find time for themselves while they're taking care of their families and their babies. And she's got some really great tips and tricks on how to keep your sanity, especially during this time. I love you so much. Thank you so much for bringing your light and positivity here. What a great way to start the weekend.
For
right?
sure. Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday. Have a great weekend, everyone. We're sending you love and light. Stay safe. Stay home. And we'll see you back here on Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I think, I've got an amazing guest. She's going to talk about pets, what they do for us during these sorts of times, especially, and what we can do with them to keep them healthy and active and safe as well. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, girl. Any plans? Let's pop that champagne.
Yeah.
We earned it.
That's the plan. I have a girlfriend actually who wants to have champagne tonight, so it's like a crazy Friday night in.
Yeah.
And somebody was mentioning it today too. Is that they're calling this a staycation? And I love
what?
that.
They're calling it what?
A staycation.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So here we go. Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you. See you Monday. Woo! Oh my God, I'm dying. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did. And thank you all for joining me. Count you in on the next one. All right. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Be safe and stay home. Sending love. Hang on one second. I gotta figure out how to save these videos. It doesn't give me an option. Let me see here. Let's see, it says end. I don't see an arrow. So how do we do that? And live